Dan Campbell took this Lions job with a vision. That vision has ignited the Lions fan base in a way not seen perhaps ever.
This is a sleeping giant. This is a sports town, and we feel the love. Remember who you are!
We're NFC North champions, everybody.
Vision, winners, back-to-back seasons.
Your team ain't ours, the prize is worldwide now. Riding to your town, win, then ride out. The crew here to break it down for y'all, to demonstrate how we ain't playing around with y'all. The humble host with punchlines to give you a black eye. We brought a GM and OC, even a stat guy. Other teams drink the Kool-Aid, roll over and quit. I drank Campbell's soup and woke up all grit.
It's grit.
Well, that wasn't grit on Sunday. Welcome into the All Grit podcast. It's a somber Monday evening here in the greater Grand Rapids and Grand Blanc areas. We're getting this out to you at 6:12 in the evening. I'm your humble host. I'm with the stat guy this evening. Clay, how you doing?
Some sad Monday.
But a sweet lid that you have on there.
Thank you.
Smooth, bro. I like that. And look, if my eyes do not deceive me, we have the GM with us, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Plax. Welcome to the studio here.
What's up, boys? Not a victory Monday, but
Welcome back.
try to spin a positive on this debacle. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. There are going to be some positives. You know, Clay's here. There's always going to be some positives. We got Mr. Slappy himself. He's ready to go.
Always here.
You know, he's one of those guys where it's like, well, if the field goal wasn't blocked, we would have won the game. We look good. No, I'm just kidding. I did get in some conversations, though, with people, and that was their take, and I wasn't happy with them.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm not even go that far.
Yeah. So we got a 27-23. No, 27-24, right?
Yeah.
Final. Lions lose at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Just looking at the whole game, I mean, we could start. There's so many places we could start. I was thinking we could start with the offensive line, because that to me is where the game was won and lost. Injuries to speak of on the offensive line. We know that Mahogany, Dan Campbell said, is out. He's going to be out for a while, he said, perhaps a long time. So they're thinking maybe sometime in December, if everything comes to fruition there. Which brings up, trade deadline. What do we do? But offensive play, Clay, what was your take of the offensive line on Sunday?
I thought Decker was awful. He went down, I think, sometime in the second half, and it almost seemed like they were better when he was on the sideline or in the locker room. All respect to his leg, but
Right.
It was just awful. Goff had no time for plays to develop. Even if it was a crappy play call, there was no time for anything to be developed. It was trash.
Yeah. Plax, same sentiments, or did you think the offensive line did great?
I wouldn't say that. It was interesting. I mean, when was the last time we sat here and was like, man, the offensive line is was a big reason. Usually that's
Week
the one guarantee, we've gotten used to the last several years of solid line play. So yeah, I mean, Decker, he had a rough day. I'm sure he's battling through injuries constantly. I don't know if that was the big factor in that, and also I just think Minnesota came out fired up and they were the aggressor from the start. So you got to give them a lot of credit. It just looked like we just didn't really have that edge and wasn't really, kind of prepared to go out there after a bye week.
Yeah, that offensive line was week 1. If you're saying when did the offensive line last play like that, it was week 1, right? Green Bay threw stuff at them and they were confused, although we were starting, rookie and a second year kind of early in the season. But so to answer your question, week 1 was the last time. And then before that, it was literally the whole game plan was the Washington divisional game. They just something about, I don't understand how you can just be so cold How you can just be so bad. And that's what irritates me about Lions fans that are just like, man, we almost won. I'm like, dude, that's some SOL.
Yeah, exactly.
Some SOL. We
100%.
almost won.
Even the JMO touchdown at the end was so SOL. You're behind all game and you score with 2 minutes left, right before the 2-minute warning. I know SOL is dead. But it was an SOL game. Like
It was.
it was just the whole setup, everything, the comeback at the end.
Yep.
Like we get 3 and out, we can do this. Like,
and what about JJ? I know Plax, the GM here, has a soft spot in his heart for JJ, but JJ with the game on the line just drops a dime to one of his wide receivers. Yeah, Naylor, thank you.
I only knew that because he went to MSU, and I felt like everybody from Michigan hurt the Lions yesterday. Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I'm over that. Like, you know, I wish JJ went to anywhere else in the league that's not in our division so I could root for him. But I mean, it's not a silver lining for me. I'm not glad that he balled out. I mean, but you know, he's a competitor. He came to play and he made plays. It just seemed like it's just weird. Like it feels like we were just getting our butts kicked like from start to finish. Mm-hmm. But most of the game we're tied or we're down 1 score. But it felt like we were so overwhelmed and so behind. It kind of just goes to show you how bad we actually played, honestly. Because we weren't down, 3 touchdowns.
3 straight 3 and outs. I don't even know. I know they put the stat up. I wasn't in the mood for stats yesterday, so I don't know when it was the last time that's happened. But
the stat guy wasn't in the mood for stats.
It was just like 3 straight 3 and outs, and you're on your own 6 every single time. It's just not very.
Yeah, and let's do you one better. What happened on the 4th drive after the 3 and outs?
Was that the fumble?
You got it.
Yeah, so that's what I told Plax. I said once Montgomery fumbled, it was just like it's not meant to be. Like this thing is not happening.
And that's the sentiment that I had all game was this game is just not meant to be because, like everyone was saying, it's like you have the opportunity to go down and score, and they're just the play calling, the offensive line, the penalties, and yet Minnesota wasn't going away with the game. Like Plax said, it was a 10-point game. That's about as far as it got, and then we brought it right back down to 7 or to whatever this. Whatever it was. 3 or. I think
it was like 3 the whole game, and then they moved it to 10, and then we got that garbage touchdown at the end that
back to 3. Yeah,
made people think that we were
right.
Yeah, it was those quick 3 and outs too. That's just like what hurts. It's like you finally get
12-second drives, man,
and then it's like 35 seconds later, or by the time you go grab a beer or a pop out of the fridge, they're punting. And it's like they kind of like just abandon the run. It just felt like, I don't know, it just felt like a different team out there, scheme wise, play calling wise. I just felt uncomfortable like watching them the whole time. If you look at it, what's that?
Yeah, Arnold's pick, and then you can't even do anything with it. Like Black said, 35 seconds left, you're punting.
That seems to be the story of the year. Like we get tons of turnovers and just don't do anything with it. Our offense. So let's get into it. So special teams. Special teams really gave Minnesota the gusto to just put the pedal down in the beginning because we go down, we score, we're 7-0, we're feeling good first quarter. Then they come down and they get a 60.
Yeah, they started 35 return. Right away.
Right. So they're right there, one-handed grab, touchdown. Then we get the ball. Let's start the 3 and out game, and then Minnesota once again. Dude, they had a 99-yard touchdown taken off of the board for a phantom Detroit Lions penalty. I was sitting there going, wow, I guess the referees kind of gave us one back from the Kansas City game because that was, if I was a Minnesota fan, bro, I was livid.
The guy who returned is like, where?
That was off. So, yeah, they should have been up there too. But, yeah, special teams killed us. So, Dave Phipp is going to be talking with the boys, getting some basics down for this for this upcoming Sunday for sure. They're either going to be belting it, in that soft landing zone where it bounces, or kicking it to the 35, or just doing something, because that was, we got to give credit to that dude. He's like a good returner.
Oh yeah.
Was in college too, I believe they said. So anyway, so it starts with special teams, right? O-line injuries, they're dropping like flies. They're going in, out, in, out. But my biggest pet peeve, bro, is the one, the only Johnny Moe.
And it's been bad for a couple of weeks, but we've survived the waves. Like, you still win, so you're like, oh, okay, like we haven't peaked yet, but those play calling, man, was just.
Speaking
it was
of
so
that,
confusing. It was like, I just can't put my finger on it. It's like, why is this? Why are you doing this? I don't know if they thought it was like, we're just gonna win based off talent.
yeah,
But like, you think back about, like the Tampa game, or Chicago, just impeccable, play calling, balance, execution, and just none of that was there. Got Amon Rob dropping passes that he doesn't usually drop. Just things were just happening, man, and it was just like kind of a snowball effect, and they didn't really make any adjustments at the half, which was frustrating. And it was just like, that's just a game. You can't drop a game against the Vikings at home like that.
No.
That
And it's
could
the
really
play
be
calling
big.
started out so good. Like Laporta, they got Laporta going, like 3 catches. Like, it was, the first drive was all Laporta.
Then stopped.
Then boom.
Yep. So we actually have a speak pipe from one of our listeners, Bobby Gillison, and check out Bobby's frustration with the one, the only Johnny Moe.
All right, I just want to start this off by saying I am not a hater on the Lions. I'm not a regular hater. I don't do this very often, but I'm going to hate on the Lions right now. I just want to know what we're doing with John Morton right now. We're 3rd and 15, 3rd and long, and you're running these screen passes like you don't even care, like you're just giving up. There's no motivation at all. Like, he's somehow making the best offense in the entire league look like dog water, like look like garbage. I don't know what we're doing. Like, why are we throwing these screen passes when it does not work? It hasn't been working the whole entire season. It's not working that game. Like, trust Goff. Why are we not throwing the ball down the field more? We have such good talent down the field that we can throw it to, and we're just not using it all. I mean, J-Mo, up until the very end, yes, you finally trusted him, and he caught the ball. And but that was the very, when it didn't even matter. I don't know about John Morton, man. I don't need these super creative, Ben Johnson calls like we used to do, but I mean, we got to do something else out, man. We got to figure this out.
Thanks for calling in, Bobby. And my sentiments, exactly. You guys, I know that you guys have not heard this yet, so your take on Bobby's thoughts.
Oh, 100%, Bobby. It was Caleb, you remember? I'm sure Dave does too. But that was a Joey Harrington West Coast offense on Sunday, like screen pass after screen pass after screen pass. Then you watch, and I'm sorry to mention, but you watch the Chiefs. They get
blown up.
Yeah, and you watch the Chiefs. It's 2nd and 16, and they throw a deep down to Rice and get a first down right away. Yep, got a penalty, but we get ourselves out of it, and it was a clean play. No, nothing about refs. But we could do the same thing, but like Bobby said, screen pass after screen pass, it was awful.
The only thing I can think of, because what's the D coordinator from Minnesota? What's his name again?
Oh, they were saying it all.
Yeah, they said all day long.
All day.
He's an animal.
It'll come to mind.
Yeah, it's just slipping.
Brian Flores.
He's always been a great D coordinator. He has exotic blitz packages. I don't know if Morton was, a lot of times, you can throw that screen towards the blitz, make a play, and, you got less defenders. I get that. Or it's like they were getting so much pressure on Goff that he just thinks, oh, we don't have time to get the ball downfield. So it's just straight check down, see if Gibbs can make a play. But it was just it proved to fail over and over and over again. And yeah. I don't know, it was curious to watch because it just, I don't know, nothing felt normal about that game. Just guys weren't in position. They didn't put people in a position to succeed, and also, we just Lions didn't execute as well. It was just kind of a stinker on like every level. Seems like.
Yeah, and not only curious, or what word did you say to watch? It was what to watch? Furious. No,
Curious.
I think it was frustrating to watch that game because it was like we all know Flores' defense, and he's gonna surprise blitz from this and that and that. But it's like that. I mean, you can watch his tape every week, so
Twice a
he's
year.
gonna be right. And Goff, and I know we got in a little argument about this, Clay, but I was listening to sports radio all day, and everyone agreed with me. They said Goff normally plays Brian Flores great because of his IQ. He shreds him. Now, granted, Ben Johnson was the head coach, the offensive coordinator during all those times, but like this,
And Ragnow and Decker was good.
yeah, that's true. And so, just to play devil's advocate for Bobby's question, yes, he is driving me nuts, and he's driving Bobby's nuts. He's driving Bobby. But I will say, it comes down to the offensive line. You cannot throw deep, Bobby, when you have three dudes unprotected on a blitz, and they were blitzing the A gap. These guys were not coming off on Hutch's side. They were not coming off on Decker's side. They were coming A gap, which is right up the middle.
And you knew they were coming. They moved the linemen. I mean, the linebackers moved up every single time. Like you saw it.
And then they're putting Gibbs in there to block a linebacker running in with a 40-yard get off, just blowing Gibbs up instead of putting Monty in there, who's a better blocker for the whole game. That should have been move number one. Monty stays in there for protection because they're blitzing every time. They blitz 50% or more every play. So you got to have Monty in there for protection.
And they run those like kind of like stunts or twists with the linebackers where the linebacker starts on the left side, ends up blitzing on the right, which causes a lot of confusion. And Gibbs missed a lot. He missed at least 2 or 3 of those, or he picked up the wrong guy. Then you got 2 guys. You got, him and someone else double teaming an edge, and then the middle's wide open.
And if he does get the ball off, then it's batted down at the line.
Yeah. So as bad as Johnny Moe was sitting up in his penthouse looking down on his minions, which Clay hates, he's been doing great up until 2 bad games. And what happened? What's the common denominator? Offensive line issues.
Yep.
Because they were just showing the stats at the beginning of the game, if you guys saw it, and they showed Ben Johnson, and then they showed John Morton. And I know it's a smaller sample size, but Johnny Morton's stats with Jared Goff is better than Ben Johnson's in those 7 games. They literally showed it in the beginning. If you recorded, go back and watch.
Yeah.
It really is in the box. I mean, it's just a couple percentage points higher, but still. So it's the offensive line that makes this whole thing work.
And I think that's a great point because losing Ragnow, man, was a big.
Yeah, we need him back, bro. Wasn't there a bold take that he was coming back this season?
Yeah, somebody had it.
We need that. We need that. All right, so listen, we also have another speak pipe, and I don't know none of us know what this is. This is the offensive coordinator, Adrian. We don't drop last names. Let's listen to our coordinator here.
What up, all Gritt? This is Adrian. Here's my take. Offensive line played terrible on Sunday. It was hard to watch, and now they're banged up. So our trade deadline is within 24 hours, ends tomorrow. Could we have Brad Holmes send a 6th or even a 5th round pick to the Tennessee Titans for yours and truly, Kevin Zeitler, who last year won 15 games with you? He's a former Pro Bowler. He knows the scheme. He knows the coaches. He knows Detroit. This guy is plug and play. He can play tomorrow. Can we send a pick to get him the rest of the season? I don't care if it's borrowed time. We are in desperate need of depth. Awasika is serviceable and he can play fine, but he's not going to be our season-long solution. If that is too rich or Tennessee is not willing to play, could we call Arizona and ask for Evan Brown for a 7th-round pick? This is a journeyman who was with us 3 years ago on the offensive line. He also knows the scheme. He knows the coaches. He knows Detroit. And he's versatile. He can play guard and center. So my call as your OC here on the All Grit podcast is make a move to get some depth in the trenches, whether it's defensive line or please offensive line. We need the help. Send it.
Man, he brought some heat with that. Let's get first reactions. Plax, I see you grinning. What say you?
No, shout out Adrian. Definitely dropped some serious knowledge, some things we didn't even think about. But I mean, Zeiler, that would be awesome. I don't really know how that works. So he
Yeah, so I was trying to look up his contract, and I
1
can't
year,
find...
$9 million.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I was looking it up too. So it's not like he's like a few. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say we're gonna pay if it's a 1 year 9. Those game checks are divided up into those weeks. So he's already 8 weeks in. So that's half a season. So I would assume that we're already off the hook for $4.5 million.
It says here you got a $5 million signing bonus, so only leaves 4 left.
Well, there you go, $2 million.
2.
And he's on a 1 year deal. He's kind of older. He's not like a long-term core piece for Tennessee. Their season's, trash.
They're trash.
But,
yeah, that's a good call, man. I was hearing that on the radio all day today, and I'm just waiting for it to happen. Honestly, I'm just keep on checking the Twitter sphere and seeing when we get an offensive lineman, interior, exterior, get a backup for Taylor Decker while you're at it.
But I do feel a lot better about being pressed to find maybe a serviceable offensive lineman rather than the last couple of years we're just trying to find another semi-elite defensive end. I feel like teams hold them way closer to the chest. They're a lot more expensive.
Yeah,
we're looking to get a guy for this year. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Holmes and them they're going to turn over a lot of rocks, and they gotta find somebody. I mean, depth is an issue. So I would be really surprised if they didn't make at least a move, like you said, on a 5th or a 6th round pick somewhere to get us through the rest of the season.
So Titans there are trade rumors that gives Lions a no-brainer target to help injured offensive line. So 42 minutes ago, Yahoo Sports, there are trade rumors going on between Titans and potentially the Lions. Like Adrian said, he was here last year. He helped us get to, the playoffs. Great pass blocker. I think one of the best guard pass blockers in the league still. What a huge, and his salary from what this says just this year is $2.5 million. So I don't know if that's accurate, but if that is true, bro, if we picked him up, we'd probably give him $1 million, or let's just say 2, 1 to $2 million for the rest of the year.
Jame will give him the $2 million. Hey man, just take here's my bread.
Yeah, bro, come on, let's do this.
Another one.
There's one. All right, what say you, Clay? We need one more. Well, wait a minute. Adrian just said Evan Brown. You guys remember Evan Brown?
Barely.
Okay. I remember Evan Brown.
I don't remember him playing.
Yeah. Big old boy. Let him come on home too. And then, dude, if we do that,
another one.
There's 2 on the line, and we're just building depth.
Yeah. Because Mahogany is going to come back. It's a broken bone.
Oh yeah. So give us the lates on that, stat guy. I didn't really see what happened here. So is it
So he went through the injury report at the end of his presser today, and they asked Coach if he thought Mahogany will still be back this season. He said, yeah. He said, with this kind of injury, he should be back. And then he took a pause, and he's like, all right, it's a broken bone. He's like, broken bone will heal faster than. That's the best case scenario in this. You know, if you're talking ligaments, that's a whole different kind of like Hutch. Because like we thought, like, oh man, Hutch got a clean break. At least it's not a ligament. That's not gonna be a career thing. Clean break. He says he's gonna come back stronger. They'll do what they have to do to make the bone strong.
Well,
So
then it must. I mean, we know Hutch's leg literally snapped in half. We saw it there, but if that dude broke his bone, I don't see him coming back this year. Plax, you know more. You're the GM. You've reached out to all these teams.
Was it his,
Who's
it was his
this?
foot, wasn't it?
yeah, I think he'll come back. I think it'll be okay. I think he could come back.
Which bone
And that
was
does not-
broke? Wasn't it his foot or no?
Let's see. I don't know. I was waiting for the stat guy to pull that one up.
I mean,
He
if
didn't
it's
say
a-
what bone it was. He said it's a broken bone though.
If it's a fracture, you know, depending on what it is or the severity, you know, 6-8 weeks. Seems to be like a pretty standard recovery time. Definitely way better than, you know, an Achilles or an ACL or any ligament, you know.
All right,
But
let me read
moral of the story, he's not going to be around anytime soon,
Right.
and he's
End
going to
of
be a guy
December.
you're going to hope to have, you know, for a playoff push. But
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to be able
So-
to get by without anybody filling in the gap, you know, for the next, 6 weeks.
Check this other option we have here. I just looked this up. We got one potential trade partner is the Cleveland Browns. We know they're going nowhere as well. The Cleveland Browns have 2 elite offensive guards. Now, I would use elite with air quotes because we've seen we've seen the Cleveland Brown offense. 2 elite offensive guards, maybe by PFF. Wyatt Teller and Joel Bitonio heading into free agency next March. So Bitonio's 34 years old, man. He's up there. And on the back end of what will probably be a Hall of Fame career, while Teller's 30 and a longer-term play, which makes Teller the best option, all other factors being equal. So Wyatt Teller, keep that name in mind. Offensive line, interior pass protection from the Cleveland Browns.
I mean, that's really what you're going to want to look for is a guy on the end of the deal. Because you're
Right.
not really looking for a guy on a 4-year deal, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, they want obviously they have the confidence in Mahogany and a lot of the
Yep.
other guys on the line. So that's kind of what I feel like they're going to be looking for is a guy on a 1 year, the guys on, you know, I mean, that's a
Yeah.
good option here in Cleveland. You're not going anywhere. You're on the last year of your deal. Come
Let's
over
do it.
here. You
Drop
know,
some people,
they're a
man.
starter.
And this
He's a
dude,
starter.
this dude is a 4-time Pro Bowler. He ranks 32nd among 78 eligible offensive guards this season based on PFF. So just in the better half of half, right? 32 and 32 would be 64 out of 78. So yeah, let Brad cook. Come on, Clay, tell me.
Cook, baby. Come in the kitchen.
BTA. All right.
Rattledge. He said Rattledge will be okay. Decker and Sewell will be okay. Probably won't
Okay.
practice much as like on Wednesday, but
Right. Just wrap them in styrofoam all week and give them.
well, the one like Sewell, man, like when you get your eye poked, man, that is a whole different. That looks
Yeah.
painful, man.
Dude, you could line up a outside blitzer and Sewell will never see him. He's got his right eye shut.
Yep.
But hey, real briefly, let's go into our bold takes from last week. So last week we had Adrian, and he was really cocky with this one, guys. He said, not 1, not 2, but 3 takeaways. And no, it didn't hit. And then Clay comes up. He's like, "No, I hold my beer." Because I got Hutch with a sack, a strip fumble, a touchdown.
No.
What? Man, you just went off.
He did.
Did
He
he-
attacked. He did get a sack with his pinky though.
He should have had a sack. Anyways, no, he did get one on him, didn't he?
Yeah, he like
For 0.5.
yeah.
Did they record? Did they give him a record?
I think they gave him they gave him one that because he was coming out
Half
to the
a sack?
left and like he barely touched Huck.
Oh yeah,
and
who touched
Hutchins
him? No, that's a
tripped,
sack. Yeah,
Yeah.
they counted that as a sack for sure.
Yeah, he got a full one.
Yep. And then Caleb said not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 turnovers for the Detroit Lions. How many did we end up getting? We got one pick.
Yeah.
One pick by Terrion. I don't remember the play because I must have like gotten up for a quick second, but all I know is Lions had another interception, and I look and it was a penalty, so the interception was taken away. Do you guys remember what play I'm talking about? It was by one of the Legion of Whom. He was running with the ball, and they're like, "What? Whistle?"
Oh yeah,
penalty.
It
was Mollett, I believe. So that would have been
because he
would
was
have been
kind
2
of by himself when he caught it, but they got him on a hold or something.
Something, yeah. Trash. All right, so we talked trade deadline. We recapped the game. Let's look ahead to Washington, bro. Oh, Washington.
So well, before we move on to Washington, do you think there's a chance that Lions just completely overlooked Minnesota and just looked ahead to the revenge game versus Washington?
Yes.
That was kind of my theory this morning.
That's how I slept last night anyway.
Yeah, right. That's how I justified it too. I was like, you know what?
It's called the trap game for a reason, right, Plax?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really buy that, but it does seem like just like how you kind of see like a lot of college teams early in the year, they're playing like an FCS team. They're using like 5 of their plays on offense, and it kind of looks like, wow, they didn't even beat them by 40. Like, what the heck? We're just going in here to beat you just based off we have a better team and better talent. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's hard to think of Dan ever not having the team ready for a game or overlooking anything. But, it could have been the players. Minnesota hasn't been playing super great. Got the home field advantage, but they just did not bring the juice. And I just think it was Minnesota was ready to play and Lions weren't. But I do expect a big bounce back next week.
And I remember talking to you guys on a chat when the Vikings were playing the Chargers last week, and they looked horrible. I remember texting you guys. Remember, I was like, granted, it was the ginger at quarterback, but regardless, it was like I was texting you guys. I'm like, dude, we are going to destroy them next Sunday. This is not even going to be. And that's why I came in so cocky with we're about to put up 40 burger on them and 20. And, I got to apologize to the All Great Pod family for that. I got to take one. That was a big L by me. Wow. But like you said, it's a bounce back week. And I think that there is a little something to looking ahead and, a trap game. And I'll give you an example. Lions looked ahead. They got Washington coming up. Everyone's preparing for Washington because that's who beat us in the divisional game last year. That's the biggest retribution game of the season on our schedule. And they saw Minnesota suck, and they're like, all right, well, we got this. And how do I know this? Because in Green Bay, you mean to tell me right now, team, helmet, Green Bay is a worse team than Carolina Panthers? I would take Green Bay 80 times out of 20.
For sure.
Or, 80 times out of 100.
Right.
8 out of 10, whatever it is. Like, and they just looked ahead. They got Philly coming up, bro, on a night game.
100%.
It's possible. There's something.
I know we didn't even mention that. How much worse does that even make it, bro? Like, should have just took care of Minnesota, with ease, and you got
You're on the top of the division.
Charlotte, Carolina. You got the Panthers going into Lambeau, holding them to 13 points and winning that game. Like, dude, it was set up for just perfection yesterday. But I mean, at least they lost and we lost. But it's like, that's a good point.
Talk about setup for perfection. Then the Cincinnati Bengals score a touchdown with 50 seconds on the clock. And I said they gave that fool too long because all they need is a field goal.
I know.
They need is a field goal.
Yep. They gave him way too much time.
good old Michigan boy comes through and just
It was a weird.
Now-
It was a weird day in the league yesterday for sure.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Indiana Jones loses to Pittsburgh, right?
Yep.
Who just lost to the Packers, and the Packers just lost to. You can't do that. You'll go around in a circle killing yourself trying to see, well, my team's better than yours. We didn't lose to that team, and you did. Psh, man, it's a week-by-week league, right?
Yep.
All right, let's do this real quick to pay our bills around here.
Today's episode is sponsored by Dan Diamond Equipment, a used fork truck dealing company located in Hastings, Michigan. They sell and rent fork trucks and die handlers. With over 30 years of experience, don't hesitate to call Dan Diamond Equipment for all of your fork truck needs. Reach out to Dan at 269-948-3377. Again, the number for Dan Diamond Equipment, 269-948-3377.
All right, we're going into Washington this week. What's the time? Is that a 4 o'clock game, Clay?
4:25.
4:20. You going to that one, Clay?
I'm not going to Washington.
Believe it when I see it.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Johnny Allman's going to be flying you out there, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Maybe at Detroit.
If it was warmer, maybe. If it was warmer, I would have loved to go to that Cincinnati game.
Yeah,
Right.
that was my game I wanted to go to. All right, so yeah, as we just heard, if you haven't heard and you're living underneath the rock, Jaden Daniels hyperextends, dislocates, snaps.
Ligaments
His left
shown to be
arm.
where they are now. They shouldn't be where they should be at.
Yeah, so if you're at home right now and you're not on YouTube, I want you to take your left arm and extend it all the way out like you're giving somebody a big hug. All right, and then just like keep snapping it right in place where you know where your elbow should be.
Yeah, make it go the other way.
It's inside out. It's inside out.
I'll make it.
It was it was a nasty one there. That jump did not look good.
Oh,
It was his non-throwing arm, I believe.
yeah.
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 So that's good for him.
Oh God,
Yeah.
dude! If that was his throwing arm, that might have been career ending. They likened it to like a Tommy John surgery, and you know how bad that is for a pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you almost have to retrain yourself if that was your throwing arm, right? To like even throw. Yeah. So all right. So I'm not gonna do like I always do, right? I shouldn't say that. I'm not gonna do what I did last week. Last week I was so cocky. I'm like, we're gonna walk in. Minnesota's gonna walk in, and we're gonna pound them 40-20. So I'm gonna show respect to Washington, even though they just lost 3 starters. They lost their quarterback. They lost. Who was it? You guys know? His name's on the. He used to play for the New Orleans Saints, I believe. Anyway, one of their cornerbacks out for the year. And I believe one of their offensive or defensive linemen out for the year. They lost 3 players for the year last night. So that being said, the Lions, as injured as we are coming into this game, we're playing Marcus Mariota. Okay. So that being said, Plax, what's your prediction for this Sunday? 4:25. We're all going to be walking on eggshells, bro.
I know, it's like, let me not have knee-jerk reaction. I mean, the SOL in me, which, it's dead. But
It peaked.
the SOL would have Mariota throwing for about 320. But I don't know, man. I guess I'll tie it in my bold take. I'm gonna say like Lions are not gonna give up at 1 sack. And
Wait. That was gonna be mine too. I think they're gonna. I think the O-line's gonna rebound. Maybe that's gonna
O-line's
be
gonna
mine
come in
too.
nasty.
No sacks?
And I'm thinking. I mean, I've watched very little of Washington this year. They still have a lot of talent, but with with Daniels going out, that's a whole different story.
Oh, it was their little white wide receiver that they just got, McCaffrey.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it McCaffrey's little brother?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone for there too.
He broke his collarbone.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was on the opening play, bro. I kind of saw it when it happened. They kind of like gang tackled him and just landed right. Oh yeah, where's the penalty for that?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about penalties.
We have to. After this, we have to go back and talk about the officiating. But anyway,
that's another 40 minutes.
No, we're
but
not.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of feel the same way I felt like going into Minnesota. I just feel like we're a better team. And I would say we're more polished, which after yesterday, that's not a word you can use right now. But I don't know. I think we thrive in adversity. You're going on the road. It's a primetime game. Washington's reeling a little bit. I think they're going to be up to play. I think they'll score some points. But I'm thinking like a 31-17, 31-24 type game.
Let's land on one of them so I can write it down here.
Let's do a 31-23. I don't know if that
31-23 with no sacks. No sacks. All right, Clay, what's your prediction / bold take?
I'm doing.
Or if you want to do let's do score prediction first.
All right. Revenge, man. This is a revenge game. They're gonna be ready. If they were caught looking ahead, they gotta make this one worth it. 40-23, Lions.
Dang. So you're saying old Johnny Moe is back on good terms with everybody.
Yep.
Back on that bull.
Johnny Moe.
Inevitable.
Are we doing bold take now? Or
let's do it. Yeah, you do it, bro.
It's a 400-yard game by Jared Goff. Is that bold enough? He hasn't had one this year yet.
Heck yeah.
All right, 400-yard game by Jared Goff because he's going to have time because Black said he's not going to get sacked. So sling it, baby.
But that makes me think the running game isn't working, and that might be a problem. I don't know. But we can roll with it. If you go for 400 yards, you should win. So
right. Handedly.
All right. Well, after last week, I'm going to sheepishly go into this I'm going to say 28 Lions. But I think the defense is going to stop Washington a lot because I think Washington is way injured more than what we are. Wide receivers, they only have the ex-San Francisco wide receiver. Can't think of his name right now. Little fast guy. But that's pretty much – I'm going to give them 14. So 14-28.
Samuel? Is that Samuel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 14-28 Lions dub. So we all got Lions on the dub, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Bold take. Bold take. All right. I'm gonna channel the Adrian, the OC right here. Here we go. We're not gonna get one.
Another one.
We're not gonna get two.
Another one.
Right.
I'm gonna say 3 turnovers. No, 3 takeaways. 3 takeaways. Because as we all know, a takeaway is also a 4th down.
Yep. I like
turnover.
it.
So I want one of those, and then we'll
Nice
get
round
a pick and
number.
a
I like
fumble. Well, Hutch is gonna strip sack like he always does, right? Like his regular.
Like it. Don't make Caleb go into definition. You'll lose. I promise.
Go back to the last episode if you want to see definitions. So, anyway, that's all I got. Oh, before we get out of here, one quick. It's 44 minutes, so we all got a minute to talk about this. Officiating. Now, we don't get on here and talk too much officiating besides if it's a Kansas City Chiefs game. But what is Jack Campbell supposed to do when he is running as fast as he humanly possibly can, sees a quarterback in his sight because an offensive lineman is not doing his job? We get penalized because he sacks him. He puts his right arm down as fast as he can to relieve any extra hit on the quarterback. He takes his head and aims right of his body so he doesn't spear him, picks him up, sets him down, and puts his right hand down to not to drive. A drive is grabbing, lifting up, and spearing. That's what the league is trying to get rid of. And for them to call a 15-yard penalty and for it not to be reviewed is absolute.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay. Well, on that note.
And also, Hutch broke his leg swinging his leg. I don't think he would do that too.
Say it again.
Hutch is swinging the leg. They said he swung his leg and tripped the quarterback.
So on that one, it's like, okay, I can see where that's coming from on the penalty. But Campbell, bro, that was just a shoulder square tackle. Nothing out of the ordinary. That's about as vanilla of a tackle as you can see. And there was no spearing. There was no, like you said, they called him for putting his body weight on him. That's when your freaking feet are up behind your shoulders and you're coming down like full weight, vertical. Like it wasn't like that. It wasn't close and no review. It was just, that was another nail in the coffin where it's like, yeah, this is just this game. Because wasn't that on like a third down too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go.
And Hutchinson caught it and they tackled, Hawkinson caught it and they tackled him well short. Yeah, it was. It was bad. It was bad. So,
time to bury it.
If you're listening out there, just know that Clay is still slap happy for them Lions, boy. He will.
Let's go. I'm back.
For life.
I'm back.
He will say Hutch did not kick that dude when his leg went out of his way to hit his kneecap. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, Hutch, why are you even playing around? Do you want to break your leg again?
What's this man doing?
Legs to yourself, bro.
Keep your legs to yourself. Can't say it better than that. Well, for the All Gritt podcast, we got the GM, the stat guy, and the humble host here. We're filling in for the OC. He couldn't make it out tonight, but I'm running the board, trying to do the best I can. I got the guys helping me out. Appreciate you guys being here tonight, and yeah, we will look forward to Washington. Almost said Redskins. The Washington Commanders this Sunday at 4 p.m. And we need a Lions dub. So, all of you listening, thanks for your speak pipes. Bobby, Adrian, if you're listening, you want to get a speak pipe in, go to Instagram. All Gritt Podcast. Top, you'll see a link tree. Link. Tap that, and there is how you get onto the speak pipe. So, for all of us here at the All Gritt Podcast, we're out.
Appreciate y'all.